Little trout, I think they're brook trout. All right, so this is Western Virginia going into Waynesboro. I got about a 20-mile day, and this is what the trail looks like all the time. Rocks everywhere. My knees are just shot, and my tennis shoes are shot. All these rocks. Yeah. It should flatten out and then it should go downhill to Waynesboro for about 12 miles. That'll give me a break. If it isn't so rocky, I can go ahead and run down it because it's just easier. But, it's a lot of work, a lot of rocks. Seems like the rocks never quit. Anyway, Nero signing out. All right, this is I'm on day 3 in the Shenandoahs, and I'm hiking with Gourmet again, but he was talking to some people and I moved ahead because I got a resupply to next door, and I think I'm about 40 miles in, and the trail is pretty flat. There's a lot of ups and downs, but nothing like what we've been through. It's this park is supposed to have the most dense bear population of any park in the country, but I haven't seen any. The only ones I saw were outside of Parrisburg. That was up close and personal. That was pretty scary. But still chugging along. These mountains they're a little bit lower, a little bit flatter, so you can't really see how high you are. And it looks like we've been stealth camping pretty much, because I don't think they really want you camping in these other campsites other than the shelter, but the shelters there's usually a lot of people in them, so we kind of try to avoid them. But the park, it's really nice because Shenandoah National Park, because you can come out here and hike, and you're always within a mile of Skyline Drive. So there's plenty of parks and stuff, little picnic areas and little country stores that charge you arm and a leg for a pack of hot dogs or something. Which I really shouldn't say that because I haven't been to any, but that's what I've heard, that they're going to be a little steep. But anyway, I'm back down to trying to only carry 2 days worth of food. But I always carry 1 day of emergency food, which I got a Mountain House beef stew and for dinner, and I don't know what brand it is, but it's a blueberry crunch or something like that. It's like it's a dish that a lot of people make around here. It's they just use fruit and I don't know, like a crumbly. Oh, it's called a blueberry crumble. So anyway, so if I ever run out of food, and once I get down to my mountain houses, then I got to go look for a resupply. I ends up usually get 4 days worth of food. So the first day is kind of tough. The water around here is real scarce. So I have to carry, I got two 3/4 liter bottles. Most people carry 2 liters, and I only carry 1.5 liters. So, you know, but most people have longer legs than me. I mean, I'm only 5'8", so I have to do what I can. I have to hike smart. Let's see, where's the trail? This is that Skyline Drive. I just gotta find the trail. There it is. Okay, oh, here's a view right here. And there's yeah, he's hiking with those guys. I don't want to listen to them. They're mental circle jerk. All right, Nero out. All right, here's another good view in the Shenandoah National Park. You can probably see all the insects out here too. They're like horrible. Virginia is great, but the bugs are like crazy kind of bugs, and all of them bite, except for they look like sweat bees. They're look exactly, when they land, they look like honeybees, but they have a different color variation. And so I asked this guy from North Carolina, I said, what are those things? He goes, he says, oh, those things, those are honey lickers. Honey lickers, I never heard anything like that. And he goes, oh yeah, he says, they don't bite you like sweat bees, they just lick you. That's pretty funny. Oh, here's Gourmet. How's it going? What do they call you, Gourmet? Gourmet?
Made all my food for the trail.
How'd you do that?
Eating, ramen noodles. I'm eating lasagna, steak, hamburger, chicken tortellini, turkey casserole, 3-bean casserole. Every good family recipe I know. I cooked it for myself, put it in my old freeze dehydrator, and here I am.
Where are you from?
Lean, mean, hiking machine. I'm from Michigan.
Michigan?
Yep.
So that's the Wolverines?
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Okay.
They're mean. They're like honey badgers. Wolverines are tough.
All right. Well, I'm just showing them the view. Nero out. Is it rolling?
Yep.
What are you doing? What are you doing, little fella? What are you doing? Don't pee up there. You might sleep there tonight. Alright, I'm about 30 miles from the end of the Shenandoahs. 40 miles, something like that. And so I'm a little bit past the middle of it, I reckon. And this is what the Shenandoahs are like. They're really good if you're not such a great hiker, because the peaks only go up to like 2,000 feet, and there's a lot of flat spots too. So getting close to the halfway point on the AT, and a lot of people are getting injuries, either that or they're hurting. I had to put a knee brace on my knee to keep moving, and another guy is having foot trouble, tendonitis, and Another guy has is having hip problems, or hip pains, not problems. And there's a little meadow. Pretty cool. I'm not going up there though. There's a storm coming in. And I want to get moving, try to get to this park and stealth camp by the park, because I can go into the pavilion and eat breakfast the next morning. They got a lot of parks out here in the national park, little parks to eat at and stuff, and you're not supposed to camp in them, but there's usually a place pretty close where you can stealth camp. But anyway, I'm gonna start hiking, narrow out. Yeah, this is what my home has been like for the last 4 months. Mosby Campground, Floyd Shelter, Manassas Shelter, Denton Shelter. I usually don't stay at the shelters though. I usually usually try to camp unless I see a lot of bear poop. So then I try to go to a shelter because I find a little more strength in numbers. All right, narrow out. So, the AT in Virginia. Okay, so now we're in West Virginia. Done with Virginia. The trail already looks better. West Virginia looks really flat. And I think we're gonna be in West Virginia for about an hour. And then I'll be in Maryland at Harpers Ferry. And I'm gonna stay in a hostel there, get showered up. My trail hardened nose is not, most people don't have a trail hardened nose though. And gonna eat breakfast at a gas station, which is always a treat on the trail. But it's all good. The roller coasters were hell. I mean, they were only like 500 feet up and down, but there was like 6 of them or 7 of them in a row. And let me tell you something. I felt worse that day than when I went up Roan Mountain or whatever mountain was behind POC. Well, that one was pretty bad though. But, oh my God. If you do the roller coaster, make sure you bring plenty of electrolytes and water up, because it is a treat. All right, Nero out. That's the state I just got finished with. And that's the state I'm just going into. That's what I'm walking on. Here we're at. Alright, this is where the South Potomac and the Shenandoah River meet and form the Potomac River. And that's Maryland over there, and that's Virginia. No, that's I think it's Virginia south of, but it's east of North Carolina at this point. So it's really weird. Anyhow, something like that. Anyway, I'm spending the night in Maryland, and probably tomorrow I'll be in Pennsylvania because everything's so close right here. All right, Nero out. More Harpers Ferry. Big church up there. I wonder what that is. Looks familiar from Assassin's Creed, so I'm sure it's so. That's where I learned most of my history. Alright. I'm actually doing this backwards because I'm staying at the hostel, so. But here's some weird steps. There's another blaze. This is all in Harpers Ferry. Some more Harper House, mansion on the hill. Imagine that. All that old popcorn stucco. Brick wall, stone walls, stone walled church. St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church. Let you stop and read it. And of course, church is closed because of COVID. All right. Ooh, look at this. Nice. Look at those stones. Pretty cool. Harpers Ferry is pretty cool. All right, and this is the ruins of St. John's Episcopal Church, built in 1852. Served as a hospital and barracks during the Civil War. Suffered considerable damage. It was rebuilt afterward, but was abandoned in 1895 when a new church was built in the upper town.